I'm Jessica.
And I'm Miley.
And we are
Miley Made Me Do It.
Hey, ladies. This is your girl Jessica with Miley Made Me Do It, and I have another video for you guys. Okay, so if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead, click the subscribe button, okay? I mean, let's do it. Do it right now. I got all the time in the world, okay? So let me tell you what we're doing. What we're doing today, we're doing the girls version of the Asheville cardigan, okay? This is a cute little cardigan. They have it in girls and women. I'm doing the girl version today. Super cute fabric. I think I got this from is it Oliga? I don't know. I figured out, but I think I got this last year, so y'all probably won't be able to get it this year. But it's cool though, it's cute. But I'm gonna show y'all how to do this cardigan so then you can go get your own fabric and make you some cardigans. All right, so let me tell you what we got. This is the Asheville Little Lizard King. This is the neck binding. Sleeves, you're gonna have two cut on the fold. These are our cuffs. Now you have cuff options or you just have the regular, sleeve options. We're gonna do cuffs. You have the front of your cardigan. You're gonna have two pieces of those, all right? And then we have the back, which is cut on the fold also. So go get your fabric, get your pattern, cut all that stuff out, come back and let's sew. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, we're going to take our back cardigan piece here. All right, that's the back. And we're gonna take our front pieces. You're gonna have two, and we're gonna lay those right sides together, okay? Now, just like this, matching up the side seams and the shoulder seams. All right. Yeah, matching up the side seams and the shoulder seams here. We're going to take this to our machine and we're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance to attach the shoulder seams and the side seams. When you do that, baby, it's going to already look like a cardigan. But it's not just yet. But it's going to look like one. And you're going to make yourself real happy. Alright, using a stretch stitch, whatever stretch stitch that is. That's a zigzag stitch, or you can take it to your serger and, excuse me, and you can serge. So let's pin our shoulder seams and side seams. Alright, so let's take our cardigan to our machine and we're going to sew the shoulder seams and both side seams using a stretch stitch, 1/2 inch seam allowance, and I'll show you what that looks like when I get back. Okay, so now let's do our binding. You're going to have two binding pieces, and what you're going to do, you're going to lay these right sides together and we're going to connect and we're going to sew, you see, right sides together, and we're going to connect this short side here, okay? And we're going to be sewing a 1/2 inch seam allowance here. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to sew that, and I'll show you what it looks like when I get back. Okay, so we have our cardigan side seams and we have the side seams and the shoulder seams attached. Now, what we're going to do, we need to find the center back of our cardigan.
Hi guys, it's me, Mylan, with the list in biz. If y'all want to know that my mama been having so many subscribers, and we want y'all to subscribe to our channel, click the bell, and follow us. If y'all want to know how to make this thing, just watch and learn.
Ooh, here for it. Oh, here for it. All right, so we are back. Shout out to Miley coming in saying what she got to say. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we have our cardigan, shoulder seam, side seams and shoulder seams done. Now we're gonna bring in our binding here. Let me get some scissors so I can cut that. All right, so bring in my binding, and then I need to find. Oh, here you go. I need to find the center back of my sweater, my cardigan here. So I'm gonna put those two here together just like that. My side, my shoulder seam. And then I'm just gonna flatten this baby out. All right. So this right here looks like this is gonna be the center back of my, right up in here. This is the center back. Probably should have did it before I put everything together, but it's cool. No props, you know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab your neck binding, and with wrong size touching, we're just gonna take it and we're gonna just pin, okay? Just pin it together. All right, this is just to keep it together, you know what I mean? Now, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but we just gotta do that to it so we can keep those wrong sides touching. So when we attach it to our cardigan, and there's the okay. All right, so we have it all pinned together. All right, so now let's bring in our cardigan. And I am going to start with my cardigan facing, the back facing down, like that, okay? Let me put this together so I can find my center back again. It's right there. All right, so grab your neck binding, and we're going to, and I'm on the back of the bodice, not the bodice, I'm sorry. The cardigan is facing down. This is the back of my cardigan here. Here is my side, my seam, and I'm going to match that with raw sides touching, just like that. Now, let's flip our cardigan over here. Make sure you can see what I got. All right. All right, so I have that center part touching. So now, let me separate my band and one side of my cardigan here. And we're gonna do the same side to the next one, the same thing for the next one, okay? So, all right, so I got my band. I'm gonna take the end of my band here, and I'm going to put it right here where my hem will be. So I'm gonna pin, boom, right there. All right. Let me fix this. Bloop. All right. Boom, boom. Fix this right. You see how that's going? Boom. Now I'm lining this up on my cardigan here, okay? So I'm just gonna transfer some of those pins to my cardigan. All right, raw ends touching. I don't know if you can see that, but look, the raw ends are touching. All right, put as many pins as you need. Okay, so I have my binding on attached to my cardigan. So look like this is what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna start with finding the back of your center back of your cardigan, right? We're gonna line that up there, all right, where your seams are. Then we're gonna do the ends, the two opposite ends here. Your binding is gonna touch the ends of the of that, right? So from these 3 points here, you're going to have to slightly stretch your binding where it can fit, okay? So if you have something like really like bunching up a little bit, then it's not quite right. So I found that I started when I made those 3 marks there, when I hit those 3 points, that I made sure I got it a little flat here on this end, but then right here when it came to that curved part of your cardigan, you should just start stretching a little bit. All right, so I'm not gonna tell you how you need to do it, but it works. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just went through and just like, okay, just stretch it out a little bit. All right, look like it's laying really flat. Okay, stretch it out a little bit. So it's gonna take, I ain't gonna say it's gonna take a lot of time, but you know, as long as you get them 3 points right there and then work that binding in onto your cardigan, then you're good. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take this to our machine and we're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance to attach, okay? And then you can trim off a 1/2 inch of it if you want to. It's all up to you, totally up to you. But we're gonna do that and then I'll show you what it looks like when I get back. All right, so let's start on our sleeves here. Okay, so you got 2 sleeve pieces. And we're gonna do right sides together. Put one to the side. We're gonna right sides together your sleeves and match the raw ends. Just like that with both of them. Alright, we're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance to attach on both sides. And then we'll turn these right sides out. So we're going to put that to the side. And then alright, so, and then with your sleeve binding, what we're going to do next is we're going to grab both your binding pieces. Your bands, I'm sorry, not binding. Grab both of your bands. And we're going to fold them in half widthwise, right sides together, okay? So let's see. This widthwise. Alright, just like this. It should be looking long, okay? Alright. So make sure that you're both the same. Yep, widthwise. Alright, and then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to fold it again on top of it. Just like that, and I'm going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance down both sides, and then I'll turn them right side out, and I'll show you what that looks like when I get it. So I have my binding on, which is super cool. I'm probably going to take this to my my iron, and I'm going to like maybe steam this flat a little bit, or maybe take it to my cover stitch and cover stitch it. I don't know, we gonna see. Alright, so now I have, let me pull this to the side real quick. Bring out your sleeves. You're gonna have 2 of those. We already have went ahead and sewn them together. And also bring out your cuff pieces. Now with right sides together, that seam is gonna hit the seam of the sleeve, and we are going to pin, match up that seam. And we're going to pin and sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So we're going to stretch this out a little bit. You probably don't even have to pin. But yeah, alright, so yeah, we're going to stretch that baby out just like that all the way around. We're going to pin it. Alright, so there's one, and then let's do this other one. I'm going to take the side machine, we're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance. That out. Now I'll put this. Alright. Alright, make sure all the raw ends are touching. We're going to take this to our machine and we're going to sew. Well, you can pin. Most of the time I tell you I pin. Half the time I don't even be pinning. I just be like going. Sorry. But anywho, we're going to sew a 1/2 inch seam allowance and then I'll show you what that looks like when I get back. Okay, so look at that. I got my sleeves attached to my, not my sleeves, but my cuffs attached to my sleeve. Just like that. Now, bring it up some. Now let's attach our sleeves to our cardigan. Alright, now let's bring in our cardigan, put the sleeves up for a second. Now I'm going to turn my cardigan wrong side out. Just like this. Alright. Wrong side out. Wrong side out. Ooh. Okay, so let's find the center of our. Let's find the center of your sleeve here. I'm going to take it right sides together and I'm going to put it inside of my cardigan. That center part here is going to match the shoulder seam. And then I'm going to pin all the way around. Oh, there's one side. And then find the shoulder, the side seam and the underarm seam. Boom. Hit them things like that. And then I'm going to pin all the way around. Do the same step with the other side. I hope you can see this. Like, it's really dark fabric. But just stretch it out a little bit. And pin. Alright, so now let's take our sleeves, to the sewing machine. So a 1/2 inch seam allowance to attach. I hope y'all can see that. And I'll show you what it looks like. In a singing mood today. Alright, y'all. We almost done. Now it's hemming time, baby. Go grab you some heat and bun soft and stretch. If you don't have that, that's fine too. You hem the best way you can. But I'm going to use this right here because this right here works for me. So let's hem and we're going to see what it looks like when we get back. I am in a singing mood today. All right, y'all. We all hemmed up and we are done. This is so cute. Too cute. Super cute cardigan. Probably gonna make me one too because this was really lit and I have enough fabric for myself one also. So this is the Asheville girl cardigan pattern. Like I said, they have it in the women's also, so I'm probably gonna make me one too. But yeah, this is Jessica with Miley Made Me Do It. If you guys are cold, if it's cold outside and you need yourself a cute little cardigan to throw over your cute little shoulders, this is the cardigan to get. Okay, so I am Jessica with Miley Made Me Do It. I thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel because I am lit. Okay, I am lit. I'm just letting y'all know. Like, if ain't nobody got enough confidence in themselves, baby, I got some confidence in myself. I am lit. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for watching. See ya.